Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hello there.
Hey, what's up, D6? This changes up the entire mechanics of the vehicle. Oh my god.
I have General Veers.
Explosions! You can have this guy up in the ATST. Obi-Wan, oh no, stop it, stop it. Look at the fucking mustache, man. Oh no. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. What's up, JJ Duke? Over on Twitch, we have some people on YouTube as well. Hello, guys. Welcome in. It is a pleasure. I just watched a little interview that Grey Squadron did with AMG. I think it was today. Electro Nugget was the one who pointed me towards that interview, and well, Will Schick, he said, nobody is going to be ready for what is going to be revealed tonight. Well, we have 1.5 hours, a little bit less to go before we know what the reveals will be. What's up, Stork, by the way? Hello, good to see you. Yeah, I think it is safe to say that we can be quite excited about what is going to happen. I want all kinds of speculation from you guys in the comments, in the chat. So welcome, by the way, everybody on YouTube. It's really nice to see some people on YouTube as well. Hey, Celestian, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks everybody so much for the support. I'm glad that we did this thing, the watch party. We decided like maybe 3 days ago in the community because I thought it was like 9 o'clock today. What's up, Bo and Yarrow, my Jedi Knight channel member over at YouTube. Hello. Yeah, so I don't think we're ready. That's what Will Schick said. So we're going to have a great little stream. Now, what are we going to do in the meantime, right? Because we have to wait for more than an hour. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I was thinking about basing my ARC troopers because I have a little bit to do. Stork, I slept 3 hours after staying up for the Warhammer reveals. I guess I can do another watch party. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I think oh, we're on a hype train. Still don't really know what it is. I think it's just a combination of a whole lot of stuff happening at once. Thanks so much, guys. Yeah, I didn't watch the Warhammer thing. It was funny because I was going to watch it. I told my fiance, she was laying next to me, and she's in kind of like a phase where she's watching ER. I don't know if everybody's old enough to know what ER is, but she's rewatching that. She's rewatching everything from ER. So we're laying in bed. She was almost falling asleep, and I was ready for the Warhammer event. You know, I wanted to know what's up. I wanted to know what was happening in the wargaming world. And then I fell asleep right at the moment when the Warhammer stream started. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Peter? So good to see you. Hello, welcome in. Peter has been with the channel for a very, very long time, I believe. So yeah, what do you guys think? Can you please let me know in the comments, in the chat. Let me know what the predictions are. I really don't know. I really don't know. One of the things that I mentioned that would be cool is if we would get a new skirmish mode. Like we have special ops, but I think they're doing something with special ops. I'm not entirely sure what is going to happen to special ops, but something is happening. It needs the rebranding. It still has the old branding on all the print to play files. So something is happening there. Maybe we can see if there's something happening on the Atomic Mass Games website, right? I will look that up. Gungans, yeah. Gungans, yeah. Peter is saying over at YouTube, he's saying Gungans, First Order, maybe. Now, I don't know if First Order, I don't know if, you know, the thing is that it's not a licensing issue, right? The First Order, they have the license to do something with the sequels, because Shatterpoint did it, right? So yeah, it's possible. I think it is possible. Yeah, Electro Nugget, that is true. That is true. But you never know. Nobody's going to expect what is happening next. That's literally what he said, right? That's literally what he said. I think there was not a lot of reveals in the interview that they gave with Grey Squadron. They didn't want to give away too much, I think. But I think Gungans, it would be something that is, you know, everybody expects Gungans, right? It's about time. It has been in the artwork when they revealed 2.6, so they're going to come at some point. Maybe a Battle Force. Maybe it's probably going to be a Battle Force though, right? It's not going to be like an entire faction. It's just going to be Republic, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to take a look at the going to take a quick look at the website. A Mandalorian Battle Force. Yeah, fun fact is that my buddy Rick, he recently bought the Shadow Collective Battle Force box, the old one, and he proxied a lot of Mandalorians, and he's building a Battle Force. He's been waiting for it for so long, as am I, by the way. He has a lot of Mandalorians at the moment. I think he's going to be kind of bummed out even when they come out with an official one. I don't know. They have been hinting at Battle Forces, so Mandalorians, Gungans, Night Sisters, or more Scum expansions. I'm hoping for more Scum, because what I want to do with my Rebels is make it more scummy. Make it more scummy. So the pirates, for example, I'm really interested in those. Have they been released yet? I think so, right? Jabba the Hutt. Now that would be something. What would be cool is to have, like, if we would have Jabba, he could maybe the way that the Game of Thrones game is played, right? That you have like command figures that are not actually on the battle force, not actually on the battlefield. Sorry, it's late for me as well. I was up at 7 today. Just how are they called again? Like non-combat? I think they're called non-combat units or non-combat models or something. Of course, Legion is not going to do that, but there is a couple of units, a couple of models in Legion that kind of just stay put anyways, right? So yeah, huts. A hut. Oh, that would be fucking cool though. Yeah, that would be cool. I decided to take a cold one just for the stream. I have one. Only one. There was one in my fridge. I never had beer at my house, which is a bummer. But okay. Oh damn! Maybe I should have put off my commercials on Twitch. Disabled my commercials on Twitch. Can I still do that, Celestian? Do you know that? Because I did so on YouTube, so there won't be any commercial breaks on YouTube. I decided not to. It will be quite annoying if you're in the middle of the conversation during the live stream and there's a commercial coming up. Honda and the tank, yeah. And there's this, what I don't really get, maybe Celestian or Electronugget, maybe you guys know this, but the Honda model, it has two models, doesn't it? Or does it have like a pre-order model or something? Because there's one on the Dutch marketplace, which I was kind of interested in. He has a little, I don't know what it's called, the animal on his shoulder. Or is it just a pre-order thing? I don't know. A Honda model. My wish that would never come true would be Old Republic. Yeah, just give me units of Sith and Jedi. That would be very, very cool. I don't see it happening though. No. Jabba could basically be a scum version of the old Imperial officer. Exactly. Good command powers, great cards, sits and yeah. That's what I kind of meant. Pre-order with the new starter kits, the Honda model, you mean? That could be something. The Kowakian Monkey Lizard. Nerd. Winter Moon Gaming. Welcome in, by the way. Hello. So yeah. I don't exactly know what my hopes are, like as far as releases go. I'm just looking forward to seeing more on the different game types. Sadly, ads cannot be disabled. You can set it to pre-roll to not have any ads during stream. I will do that then, because, you know. Let's see. I will check that. Can I do that? Can I do that? Oh, that's right. On Twitch, I'd rather not have any ads at all. Actually, I don't think I'm going to do any YouTube ads from now on live streams. I think it is bullcrap. I think the most that I ever made on YouTube ads during live streams is maybe 10 euros or something. I don't think it was even 10 euros. It's probably like more like 5. The Old Republic versus Sith Empire would make me lose my wallet forever. Yeah. That is very, very true. That is very, very true. Yeah, for me, Electronugget got me really, really excited about Tours of Duty, but that is basically out already. What could happen is that they do... Okay, yeah, I have one wish. There's one thing on my wish list. And that is what they should have done with Shatterpoint all along. And that is to make specific units, specific boxes for Spec Ops. Or for Tours of Duty, or... You know, but Spec Ops, I think it is better. So have skirmish boxes for that specific game type, with alternate sculpts that you can use in big size Legion to make it more your own. Yeah, so like kill team kits for... Yeah, exactly. Because contrary to what most people think, especially at the beginning of the new kill team, I actually love the fact that they're bringing out boxes of kill teams with specific models, with alternate sculpts of existing units, or entirely new units, you know? If they would go that way, I can see a lot of people going like, yeah, but okay, they're doing everything that Games Workshop does. And a Trench Crusade style campaign system, maybe. There was a bit of a discussion going on in the Discord, which was fine. What was the discussion? It was about it being expensive or not, right? I have to say that I love the idea of Trench Crusade, but I never really got into it. And I am less excited that now that they're coming out with actual plastic models, because I love the idea of everybody having kit bashed warbands, kinda. I don't know how expensive it is, actually. The campaign box, Electro Nugget. Ah, Wintermoon, are you on YouTube? I'm going to check you out. I've probably been on your channel before. It is the best skirmish war game I've played by a large margin. All right. Honestly, the whole heaven and hell is not really my style. It does look cool though. That is exactly where I love Trench Crusade, actually. I was deep into I am not religious, let's just say that up front. But I did read a lot on religion, and how Trench Crusade kind of makes a story out of this, I really like. As I also like Arthurian legend, and for my solo channel I actually got something very cool. I can get it. Should I get it? I can get it now, of course. So I got this, which is the Pendragon starter set. Pendragon is it's an RPG in which you play a knight, and you play for a couple of decades. You play through your entire life. Very cool, and I think you can solo it. In fact, the very first book is a solo adventure, which is very cool. It's this one. Yeah, the graphic design is pretty cool. That's one of the reasons why I picked it up. I went to my local game store, and I have a story about this, which I will talk about a little bit later. But I just saw this. They had this on sale there. I think it was about $20, the starter set. Loved the graphic design of it. Look at this, by the way. It looks really cool. The only thing that I do not like about it, Electro Nugget, is this blue logo. Everything is kind of has somewhat of a texture to it. Not an actual texture, but some, how do you call it, like a pattern. And this is just really flat, like the Pendragon logo. That's the only thing I don't like about it. But the rest, it's a pretty solid starter set. We have some dice in there, which it's always nice to get a dice set with a starter set, especially, like I mentioned, what I paid for it. It was about $20 or something. And this is going to be hard to see probably. But yeah, it's pretty damn awesome. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to be playing through that on my solo channel whenever I get to it. Solo channel only has one video. But that's okay. I made the solo channel just because I wanted to share my experiences in solo gaming, and I enjoy solo game. I actually play more solo games than I play multiplayer games, tabletop games. Yeah, the artwork reminds me of those bookshelf games from the 1960s. Yeah, and this is Chaosium, the developer of this game. I think it is really old. I think it is from, maybe it is from the 60s. But they were really early with the RPG stuff, so very cool. That's awesome. Can you get killed by trying to ride a horse in full armor? You definitely can, because I think it is quite hard. And I think the rules are pretty deep. The rules for horse riding and jousting and that kind of stuff. So yeah. Only one solo video up, but it's a banger. Thank you. Yeah. For the people that do not know, I have a solo channel called Win Solo, in which I play solo games, which most of them I print out. But to be completely fair with you, I did buy a lot of solo rule sets the last couple of months. And you know, we have about an hour time, so I will show you some. Yes. Oh, it's a lot of stuff. And I'm breaking everything. Of course. Now, let me check. Let me check. Alright, so some of the solo games that I've acquired over the past couple of months. This is not really solo, but it's just an RPG book with the best graphics probably from any of the RPGs that I have seen so far. This is Merkborg. I think everybody or most people are familiar with Merkborg. Art is absolutely fantastic. And there is solo options here. It's really cool stuff. Look at this. I mean, this thing in and of itself is an art book which I enjoy a lot. We have this one, which I played a couple of times. It's quite hard. It's kind of like dungeon delving, solo and co-op, I think. Yeah, I think so. 1 to 2 players. Pretty cool. The cards are pretty nice as well. Show you. These are like player cards. Very cool. The only thing I don't really like is this kind of style. This is not really my type of illustration style, but it's a great game. It's fun. Was about 20 euros as well, I think. I think this is one of the first solo games that I picked up. Apart from Ex Novo, of course. So that one is cool. Then we have, of course, Ex Novo, which can be checked out on my solo channel. This is awesome. This is world building stuff. This one. But this one I had for a while. I think I have this for about 2 years now. It's really, really cool. Really, really enjoyed this. I played this with a couple of mates. Want to do this solo. Not sure if it's possible, but probably. Most things are possible like that. This I got for Christmas, I believe, from my girlfriend. The One Ring starter set, the One Ring RPG. Also has a solo mode called Strider mode. Very, very cool. Haven't played this yet. And now we get to something that kind of pains me. Let me check. Oh, sorry. Regis Mage? Is there an ETA at all? Yes, in about an hour we'll be live. We'll be live. So yeah. Sorry for not answering. Yeah, it's Win Solo. Sorry, I'm just explaining about all the boxes stuff. And okay, before I go into the rant, because I'm quite sad about this. Yeah, Win Solo. I think Win Solo is going to be the surviving channel if I would completely stop doing YouTube videos or not spend so much time on them anymore. So if I would ever stop with this channel, the Winnest, in 40 years or something, I don't know when, but if I would ever stop, the solo channel will continue forever. Maybe upload once a year at that time, but that is the goal of the solo channel, to always have like a place for people to just chill out. And you know, the Winners channel is like making content all the time, and the solo channel is kind of like chill. So this is the Lord of the Rings living card game. I'm going to tell a little story about the Lord of the Rings living card game, because this is the revised core set. The Lord of the Rings living card game has been going on for, I think, a decade before this even came out. This came out 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. Maybe I can check. 2021, Fantasy Flight Games. The original developer of Star Wars Legion, by the way, for some that don't know. This is a fantastic game. This is probably my favorite game, my favorite tabletop game of all time. At least my favorite card game of all time. It beats Magic the Gathering for me. It beats everything. I got this revised core set last year with the promise that the rest of the revised content that Fantasy Flight came out with, so the Fellowship of the Ring, the Two Towers, Return of the King, and there's a whole bunch more. I have maybe 2. The promise that they would be in stock for the foreseeable future. It was evergreen, right? An evergreen product. Okay. Now it turns out that there's no more product. They're not going to make any more product, or so I've heard. So really, the problem that they had before with everything being out of stock and then they made a revised set, they are creating all over again. So I bought this 2 years ago, or no, maybe a year ago, I think. I was like, yes, I'm very, very glad that at least I can get the revised content, right? At least I can get the revised content, because the old stuff I'm not going to get. I picked up some on the marketplace for too much money, but I had hopes. I had very, very high hopes for this, and now we get this shit. So I wanted to pick up the Fellowship maybe a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. And it was unavailable. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll check Reddit, because the Lord of the Rings living card game Reddit is quite it's quite vocal, and they will react to stuff if stuff happens. And there I had to read that they're out of product. The Fellowship is completely gone. So my step, I played this box a couple of times now. So I actually beat the last quest on this solo, which is pretty insane. I am not a really good like card game deck builder or whatever, and I've read that it's quite an accomplishment if you can beat this box solo. So I did. So I was like, okay, cool. Now we're going to get into the Fellowship. Unfortunately, Fantasy Flight Games just sucks at communicating. And yeah, I just hope that the revised content's coming back, but we don't know that. We don't know that, and there's lots of angry people, including me, because I was really looking forward to get a box every, I don't know, maybe every 3 months, every 6 months, and just slowly build up the collection and play through everything. This was the first game in a while that really clicked with me. So yeah, I really hate this stuff. So what we're going to do is we're just going to proxy all the cards and do it illegally. You know, that's the only way we're doing that right now. So, rant over. I'm going to read the chat now. I'm sorry for that, guys. The best card game is Netrunner. Okay. It is from Fantasy Flight Games as well, right? Isn't it? I hope you get what you want from your stream. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're just waiting. I'm just talking a lot because I don't have any painting projects in front of me right now. So I'm just talking through everything. So I'm hoping for the chat to kind of help me out here. No, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I'm known for talking for about an hour, and then the stream really starts, so it's going to be fine. Out of print. I hate out of print card games. Really. Hey Rico, what is going on? It is a bit hard to find the solo channel, I think, Peter. Classic FFG. Well, that's what I wanted to talk about, the goddamn Batman. Because this is also an Asmodee company. AMG did some questionable things in the past, or at least I thought it was questionable things. So I'm starting to believe that most of this is coming from Asmodee, but you cannot tell me that they cannot be transparent to their customers. That is the only thing that we want. The only thing that we want. Darknet, can you tell me something about the Star Wars living card game? It wasn't really good, was it? Because I heard the same thing about the Game of Thrones living card game. I love the concept of a living card game. Why? Because it is mostly solo most of the time, Second, it's a living card game. You don't have random booster boxes. I started doing that stuff maybe 2 years ago. But for example, the Lord of the Rings living card game, I love the fact that you go through a scenario, you feel like you're in the world. And yeah, I was ready for more. I did get some more, by the way. Just hang on. Because this is what I picked up this weekend when I also got the Pendragon starter set. Right. I got these two. And this is the only thing that was left in stock. And this is an expansion. This is a big expansion where you go through where you go? You go through the Wilderlands. You have Radagast. You have Bilbo, I think, and you eventually fight a dragon, from what I heard. Well, that's the only thing. That is the only thing that I want. So I'm pretty happy that I was able to pick this up. And this is the hero expansion. This is where the heroes are bundled in, I should say. And this is the campaign expansion. Pretty happy about that. The stream at 7 EST. I think so. It's 7:30, so let's see. I don't know. I like LCG because of no boosters. Everyone can have the same cards. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the communications has always been lacking, but I agree Asmodee is probably behind it. Star Wars Destiny was great until they fumbled it. Heard some good stuff about that as well. Now, the very, very last thing that I wanted to say about this whole thing is that I did something that I shouldn't have done, and that is that I bought the new Arkham Horror starter set. This has kind of like the same problems as the Lord of the Rings living card game, I believe. This is brand new. I think this came out 2 weeks ago. I saw it. I felt like this was purely FOMO. I hear a lot of people say that this is the better version of the Lord of the Rings living card game. And I'm just going to give it a shot. It wasn't really expensive, and new expansions are coming out for this. I think it's also like revised content and whatever, you know, maybe some new scenarios. I don't even know. But I'm going to give it a shot, and if I like this, then at least I'm going to be able to buy some expansions for it in the future. I don't know. We're going to see. And you know, my fiance, she likes this setting. She also likes the Lord of the Rings setting, but I think yeah, we're just going to give this a go as well. It's all going to be on the solo channel, guys, if you want to jump in. If I get the rule sets right, that is. Because maybe maybe it's going to be too hard for me. I don't know. Yeah, I think you were the one who told me this, Electronugget, right when you just joined the channel. You were saying that Arkham Horror is just a refined version of the Lord of the Rings living card game. I like the fact that Arkham Horror apparently has maps in the game, which is something that, yeah, I'm definitely interested in. You gonna solo Merkborg? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I bought the book. I'm not going to like for any of these games that I just showed off. none of them I'm going to play with other people. Maybe with my fiance I'm going to play like the living card games, but RPGs I'm going to only solo. Yeah. Maybe do a Morkborg session with some of the community. We talked about that a little bit. But yeah, definitely check out the solo channel for that. I'm recording some new stuff for that soon. So yeah, we have 8 minutes to go. I'm going to head over to, because it's not on the AMG channel, is it? It's on the casual, the professional casual network, right? Hametsu? No, I haven't. I have never heard of that, by the way. So, what is that? Where's my keyboard? Oh. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, Electronugget, I think there is one particular campaign expansion for the Lord of the Rings, the previous content releases, that they experimented with a map. I don't know which expansion this is, but they experimented with a map system, and then a couple of months after that, the Arkham Horror game came out with a map system, I think. Which was apparently clearly a playtest for Arkham Horror, how that was going to work. I think a map system for the Lord of the Rings living card game would have been awesome though, because that's the only thing that I sometimes kind of miss. Although the staging area is quite nice, you know, you go through the woods. Like for the Mirkwood, the core game, it's mostly takes place in the forest. You kind of have a feeling where you are anyways, and I know the Lord of the Rings map quite well. so yeah, that also helps. I don't see anything live yet, so we're just going to wait a little bit. Very good, very fun, cool. I will stream it here, Peter. Yes, absolutely. Dewey, hey man, just curious, if you decided to try 40k in 11th edition, what faction would you consider playing? Well, I'm going to be playing the Leagues of Photon, probably, because I have most of those. I have quite a sizable Leagues of Photon army. I have to paint it though. The problem with 40k is I want to own a lot of armies for 40k, but I never really get to playing it because it gives me headaches sometimes. So I'm going to try it with my buddy Rick. We're going to try 11th edition for sure. And yeah, I'm going to play Photon in that. When does the actual stream start? I think it was 7:30. Well, they're really teasing us here, right? If it is 7:30, I'm going to get take a small little break before that. Just stay put here, guys. It's I'm going to. I think that the stream is going to be fine here. Just let me know if you want like my talking head camera on. Should we just do a little test if everything is working? I'll do that later, probably. Be careful for your headphones now, guys. This is a little warning. I'm going to switch screens in 1, 2, 3. Let's see if this is okay. I think the music is a bit louder. Just let me know if something funny happened there. I think the music was a little bit loud. I should be painting. What are you painting, Bow and Arrow? B and Auric, welcome. Hello there. I was going to paint. But we didn't. Yeah, it was double. We had double music going on. Double track. Let's see. Little overhead camera. These are some of the ARC troopers, which I still have to base. I really need to do that. But I'm very happy with them. Or at least for the time that it took me to paint them up. It was okay. It was they're okay. They're okay. I'm just waiting for my buddy Rick also to see what we're going to base them like. Now the idea that I had for the clones was maybe to even do like a Mace Windu theme on my clones. That was one of the ideas that I had before painting them up. Because I am definitely getting that Jedi box. What is it? The Jedi Hero box? I don't know what it's called. Yeah, the yellow is cool. The yellow is cool. It's really good with the black and yellow, right? If you give me a second, I will get some more. Exactly, the Jedi Council, yes, of course. Of course, we have this guy. I do think I'm going to redo this guy. I'm going to remove the helmet. I thought it was a cool idea. I'm not convinced anymore. It was nice. It was cool for how long it lasted, but he needs an alien head. I was yeah, no. It's not going to be the one. So yeah. I do like the paint scheme though. And then of course we have Obi-Wan. Hello there. Just need to redo his hair a little bit, perhaps. Other than that, I am happy with this dude. It's a lot of I do need some more details, like for example the highlighting on the OSL, the very, 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 very heavy OSL. I always do very, very heavy OSL. But I enjoy that. I just enjoy the look. And I enjoy experimenting with it. And then we also have the, yeah, I always... You know, the thing with clones is when you put a bunch of them together, it just looks so damn cool. So I want to have a big, big, big clone army. What I would also want to have, by the way, is a Wookiee battle force. I hope that they're going to change something about the Wookiees, but because I heard a lot of people talking about that they're basically unusable at the moment. I don't know if that is true. But I just want to play a Wookiee battle force with Yoda. In a future patch, are they going to do that tonight, you think? Yeah, I quite like the Wookiee battle force. Actually. Maybe we should take a little look at the battle forces. Battle forces. There we go. So slow. What's happening? Bright Tree Village. Of course. Wasn't this renamed to the Ewok Battle Force? Or is it still Bright Tree Village? Apparently. Of course, the Echo Base Defenders. The Wookiee Defenders. Alright, the Wookiee Defenders. Let's see. Yeah, so we have Yoda, Chewbacca, or the Wookiee Chieftain. I would have Yoda. An Operative Jedi Knight would be very, very cool. Arc Troopers. 0 to 1 though, but that's fine. 1 to 2 clone infantry. And I think also the... What was it? Yeah, the Wookiee Warriors are a core unit, right? Yeah. The big thing about the Wookiees is the free speed, 1 move when they are injured. Yeah. I read about that the last time when I was... This was one of the battle forces that I would maybe... I can see myself playing because I like Wookiees, I like Yoda. I'm a simple man. Last time I was playing, I got confused because I gave all of them the same color. I had units of 5 and a unit of 10. Too much of the same clones. Yeah, that's happening. That's happening with the clones. They're kind of like orcs. Maybe. Yeah, unusable. It's not what I mean. I'm sorry. I usually kind of exaggerate things because I cannot find the right word. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. Yeah, cool. Sounds cool. Sounds like something that I could get into. What else do we have? Is there any new stuff here? No, of course there's not. This was cool though. I can see my buddy Rick will definitely be playing something like this. Four to 7 core units. Yeah. It would be very, very cool. Yeah, me and Rick have also been looking at this. I believe they did promise us a Wookiee Battle Force. In a box, you mean? Oh, Bo and Yara, that is a very, very cool plan. I thought about that as well. Yeah. As an operative, yeah, that will be very, very cool. Oh, 70 stormtroopers with red saves. Yeah, that's something. That's definitely something. Okay, so what else do we have as far as battle forces go right now? The 501st. I think there's going to be a 501st box, right? Klaus, hello. What's up? Hello there. The 501st, that new Anakin model, right? That new Anakin model is absolutely amazing. And I hope it's not going to be like a Adepticon exclusive or something. I hope it's going to be in this Battle Force box. Because I think this is coming out, right? I think there's just going to be a lot of Battle Force boxes. And there's going to be some that we do not expect. I think that's happening. And gameplay. Is this a good time to get into Legion? I would say this is the best time to get into Legion. Honestly, you're starting with a brand new edition with lots of support from the developer who made promises for a long time. And apart from that, watching this stream, like the AMG roadmap, you're going to get a feel for what is coming out in the probably next 2 years. This is probably the best time to get into Legion. I think Legion is at the place where they want to be, and yeah, it took me a while to realize this, but I cannot say anything else about Legion. Yeah, I think the community is going to grow bigger and bigger. Also, probably and hopefully because of whatever we're going to see tonight. So, yeah. It's literally what we're going to do in the live stream. We're going to see what they will work on in the next 2 years. So, yeah. When does the roadmap start? We are starting the AMG livestream, I hope, and I expect in 15 or so minutes. They're probably going to start with Marvel Crisis Protocol and their new Marvel game. Celestian, I'm sorry, I know you had a question about that. I forgot about that. I don't really... Marvel Assemble? No, no, that would not. No. They're going to talk a little bit about Shatterpoint, I'm sure, and then they're going to talk about Legion. I think they're closing off with Legion. So I think it's going to be 2 o'clock in the morning for me. We'll see. We'll see. So in 1.5 hours, I think we're going to have Legion news. But just tune in. It's always nice to see whatever is happening over at AMG. Everything that AMG does, it's important to see what they're doing, because that also says a lot about Legion, I think. So yeah. I live in Portsmouth, UK. We had the Padawans in Portsmouth group tournaments, which are really fun. Honestly, I think it's getting bigger. Yeah. I think so. And I think we're in for some real surprises. If you just got here, if you just got into the stream, Will Schick mentioned that nobody's going to be ready for what is going to be revealed at this stream. So, yeah. It's exciting. I love the Dutch Legion community. It made me switch to Legion. Oh, are you in the Dutch Legion community? Did you ever go to Martin's games? Legion night, first Monday of the month. Old Republic stuff would be very cool, but I expect to see lots of exciting battle forces. Okay, so we're going to do a little wish list and last predictions, and then I'm going to take like a 2-minute break to get something new to drink. I hope to see more about Spec Ops, which is the skirmish mode. Now that Shatterpoint is pronounced dead, it's not really dead. I mean, it's a specialist game now. But I think Legion will get a mode. Legion has a mode called Spec Ops, which is a little bit like Kill Team for 40k. I hope to see more of that because I enjoy skirmish games. Mostly enjoy skirmish games more than full army games. I like the compact map sizes, smaller unit size. I love that. I hope to see more of that. I hope that they're making boxes for this new skirmish game. Would be cool. I don't know if that's going to happen. That's purely speculation and hopes. They're going to talk more about the grand battle thing. There's like a very large armies against each other. Not really my type of deal, I think. But yeah, I think it's going to be pretty cool to look at. What else? Yeah, like I mentioned, lots of battle forces, Gungans finally. I think so. It's time that they're doing the Gungans now. Mandalorian battle force. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot to ask as well, right? They're not going to do everything all at once. I think there's a lot that they can do with Legion, and I'm very excited to see what that is going to be. Oh, no way. Rick talked about that. Yeah, because I asked my buddy Rick to be on the stream. And he said like, no, I'm going to Rotterdam to play a tournament. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately I couldn't go to the tournament. I have, I'm going on, how do you say it? Babybezoek in het Engels. So yeah. Moonstone Legion crossover announcement. Now that would be something. That would be something, man. That would be something. Okay, I'm going to just quickly switch over to the overhead. Baby shower. Yeah, but the baby's already there. Is it still baby shower then? I thought the baby shower was when the baby was not there. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Is anything happening anywhere live at the moment? AMG, Twitch. Nope. Professional casuals. The professional casual network. Not yet. Babysit. No, it's not a babysit. I'm gonna congratulate one of my good buddies that he has a baby. Baby visit. Oh, I don't know. Baby shit. I don't know, man. I don't know. Did you see, by the way? I have some. I'm working on display shells right there. Yeah. Baby slam. Baby. Yeah. Baby slam 2026. All right. Just give me a second, guys. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to get myself a little drink because we're starting soon, I think. I don't see any streams on the professional casual thing yet. I don't see any streams on AMG yet. So that is time for me to take a little break. But we'll be right back with the AMG roadmap. Very, very, very excited about this. And yeah. See you in a second. Alright, guys. Is anything happening on the streams yet? Yes, I think it is. Cool. Studio reveals. Very, very exciting. Just let me know, guys, if you want how you want the layout of the screen. If you want full screen, if you want to have it like this with my little face cam right there. If you want to have their chat. I think their chat is quite cool to check. Just let me know. And before I forget, before we are there, especially for the people on YouTube, do not forget to like the video and maybe subscribe if you're new here, because I don't think I've ever had so many people watching on YouTube. So thanks so much for being here, and consider maybe liking the video, maybe subscribing. Lots of Star Wars Legion content is coming on my channel, and there is a lot of Star Wars Legion content on my channel already. So yeah, get excited, get excited. Olda, he's right there. You took a little nap, didn't you? And again, guys, please let me know how you want the layout for this. Yeah, accidentally the layout is pretty good like this, isn't it, Slipstream? JJ Duke, you didn't miss anything, man. We're just hyping up, really. Obviously, I'll put down the music. Hyped, same. So, last minute predictions? Anyone? Last minute wishes? I see lots of Old Republic stuff. That would be cool. That would extend the lifetime of Legion by quite a lot as well, I think. So yeah. GW should have GW should have hired you to stream the preview. Well, to be honest, this is, I think, one of the first live streams that is somewhat without flaws. So yeah. Oh man, I would love Old Republic. I would love Old Republic. Just give me a sec, guys. As much as I love Zelda and chill, this is it. Just going to wait for a little while more. Like I said, maybe like the video. It will help a lot. More narrative missions specific to factions or battle force. That would be very, very cool. Yeah, we're probably first going to see some Marvel Crisis Protocol and Shatterpoint. But like mentioned before, that can say a lot about Legion as well. So yeah. From everything that I understood from the communication from Atomic Mouse Games, this is going to be the place where they're going to stream. So think we're at the right place right now. Night Sisters would be interesting. Zombie hordes, that would be very, very cool. Yeah, for sure. Bane and Darth Talon. Yeah. Someone over at the other chat is saying 80-80. Don't think that is going to happen. You never know. How is everything? Everything is good, Olda. Everything is good. I had a long day today. Released a couple of YouTube videos, actually on my own channel and on my work channel at the place of work. I made another episode behind the scenes thing, which was a lot of fun. Legion skill Death Star, yeah. Well, I just talked about it on my Discord, which, by the way, if you're interested, anyone, my Discord is probably linked below. I hope it is. I think so. And we talked a little bit about X-Wing. One of my favorite. Yeah, it's one of my favorite games. And how cool it would be to have X-Wing skill, epic skill, Legion, or not Legion, but Star Wars battles. So vehicles, infantry, huge units of infantry. That would be very, very cool. And I'm looking into that, how to do that for a video for the channel.
All right, thank you everyone.
I think we're live.
Adepticon, Atomic Mouse Games roadmap to victory show. It is my privilege and honor to be able to stand before you and present the amazing work of all the individuals who make up our studio. This is a wonderful time for all of us. We have many of them in attendance. Please be sure to say hi to them throughout the convention, express the excitement you see for the things that are here, all that good stuff. They pour their heart and souls in all of this, and it really is a truly humbling honor to be able to be the one to get to show it all to you, even though I'm not the one who necessarily makes it all and has it come together. So it truly is a team effort, and all of the kudos to them. They are an amazing team, and I'm very blessed to be able to work with them. In the same vein, as amazing it is to work with them, it is a fucking honor to be in front of all of you right now. That's been one F-bomb for the year, so I want you all to know how truly special you are. They won't let me stand out on for at least another 18 months. But truly, it has been so incredible to be here with you all over the last 2 days. I can't wait for the rest of the next 2 days. To see the energy, the excitement, the passion that you've all put into your armies, into the game, into being together with each other, and to being amazing stewards of the community, and to generating excitement among your local communities and everything else. The fact that we all get to travel out here and be together is truly amazing. It really is the energizing experience that lets us all go back to the office and just want to kick ass for another year for you all, so that we can come back and show you even cooler things the next time. So again, thank you so much. We are truly grateful and truly blessed to have you all here. It's amazing to have people standing in the back, and last year we had a couple of empty seats, so just wonderful to see how things have grown and how you all have come together to support us. So again, truly thank you. A round of applause for yourself. With that said, how about we look at some cool new shit? I'm going to kick things off with the newest trial to the Tom Games Games line, which is Marvel Crisis Protocol Alliances. For those who watched the announcement stream or have kind of paid attention, this is a really exciting time for us. And one of the things that we talk about a lot at Atomic Mass Games, and when we discuss like what our mission statement is, what we're trying to do as a studio, it's not just to make great games, it's to build and grow the hobby community, the thing that has meant so much to so many of us. You know, we have longtime painters who've been doing this for 30 plus years. We just love this community, we love these games, we love what they mean to us. So, of course, Marvel Crisis Protocol Alliances, introduces a brand new system called the Fast Mini system. FAST stands for Fusion Assembly System. For those of you who are like, wait, that's only 3 words. Yes, but system, that's where we're getting the S and the T, and I'm sticking to it. Fast Minis, you're going to see this brand logo show up on more and more products in the future. The goal here is that we want to lower barriers to entry for new hobbyists. We want to make this an accessible experience that we can bring people in and walk them through the overall process to become as skilled as you all are in this room. And one of the great ways we can do that is by making the assembly process just a little bit easier and just a little bit more enjoyable and fast. So FAST is just simply our shorthand for Pressfit Miniatures. It was engineered by our amazing team within the sculpting studio. These guys really knocked it out of the park. They went through and they created a really robust and incredibly fun system that we're going to be talking more about. The first product to have the FAST Minis is going to be Marvel Crisis Protocol Alliances, but of course we're looking forward to using this system in things like new starter products. Any way that we can allow players to have that opportunity, those younger kids who are coming in at 14, have never maybe done a modeling experience, and have a great and open opportunity to do it. FAST is going to be one of our tools in the toolbox to do that. Marvel Crisis Protocol Alliances, for those who don't know, is going to be launching with Night of the Goblin. This is a fully co-op, 1 to 4 player game where you're going to take control of Marvel heroes, specifically Night of the Goblin. We're going to take control of these Spider-Verse characters that we're going to take a look at next. And these miniatures are truly impressive for the fact that they're Pressfit, and they show a dramatic evolution of the studio's skill. Again, kudos to our sculptors and engineers. These are some of the most fun miniatures I have painted in a long time. And I just had a huge joy with them, and you would never really realize that they are Pressfit from the style, the dynamics, and everything else. These characters are going to be usable in Marvel Crisis Protocol, so if you're looking for a new black cat because the old one has just lost its luster for me, you're going to be able to do this. Look, I still love my original black cat. But it's another great way to kind of bring people into the hobby and then have them have the ability to transition through and use this as a bridge again for more of the games. Go to the next slide. Yeah, and who are they going to fight against? They're going to fight against the Green Goblin and, of course, his minions, his War Goblins, his Goblin Army, and his Spider Slayers. The Green Goblin made one of the most impressive miniatures I've seen in a while come out of the studio, and the fact that that is completely Pressfit is just an amazing, amazing thing once you get your hands on it. Again, the Green Goblin can be used in the game as a replacement for the original Green Goblin we all love, but maybe has a few years under his belt. Yep. And for those who haven't played the game yet, what is Marvel Crisis Protocol Alliance all about? It's an arcade beat 'em up where we took the ideas of a hack and slash adventure RPG like war game, and we combined it with a boss battle. We threw it all together and made sure it was playable in about 2 hours. So it really is a great experience to bring your family, your friends, your kids, for new players who are coming in and have never experienced stuff, to be able to jump in, take control of their favorite Marvel heroes, and have a wonderful time together as they work as a team to overcome each boss's challenge. As you level up, of course, you're going to be facing a host of different threats throughout the game. The game has a simply controlled AI system. Each goon or minion has their own unique style. So as the game grows and you're able to mix and match different core components together, which you can freely do to create your own experiences and your own stories, you're going to be able to come up with an infinite possibilities of different play types and styles and all that good stuff. And that is going to create the first overall experience. So if you haven't had a chance to demo, of course we're doing demos here at the show. There'll be more opportunities. You can see our fabulous demo team led by Greg. and get an experience in on this. It is a truly different experience. We worked really hard to make sure that, unlike some co-op games where they're cooperative because you win and lose together, but there's not really an incentive for team building, that this game incentivizes the players to always be communicating with each other, to have each other's best interests at heart, because it's ultimately how you're going to overcome the challenge of the final boss and be able to make it to the end. Let's talk about some more stuff that you haven't really seen yet. So if you saw the trailer of the announcement video, you know that Attack of the Sentinels is going to be the second game in the series. It's going to be coming out early next year, so about 6 months following the release of MCO, which is Night of Goblin. It's going to feature the X-Men, led by this fabulous team of heroes. So again, it was so much fun to be able to go back through with alliances and take a look at some of these iconic X-Men characters that we did way back at the dawn of the studio's opening and founding, and to be able to really bring them into the modern era. The new sculpts are amazing, they're fantastic, they have so much detail, and they're so fun to paint. I can't wait for everyone to be able to get their hands on them, to see them, and to see them get swapped in for some of our long-standing X-Men characters. And they're of course going to be fighting the Sentinels. Massive integration. You saw these in the case of the Prime Sentinels, along with a brand new kind of created for Alliance's Warrior Sentinel, which is going to be the big bruiser, and then you have the prototype Sentinel. So this is a super impressive finisher. If you haven't seen it in case, you can go take a look at it, but he's kind of being assembled together. During the big boss battle, not to give too much away, but Masterful is going to continually enhance his prototype Sentinel, and the players effectively have to overload and corrupt the memory data in order to stop this thing before it becomes the ultimate mutant killing machine. Beyond MCA02, we're going to be moving into MCO3, which is the once and future Kang. So this brings our classic Avengers characters back with Black Widow, Captain America, Iron Man, and Hawkeye. And they're going to be fighting not one, not two, but 3 Kangs. So not only do we have a brand new sculpt for Kang, who just recently released, he's also going to be bringing along Rama Tut and Mortis, his other timeline variants. This game really ratchets up the excitement and the drama because you're going to be facing new mini-bosses, and of course there's a lot of really fun timeline hijinks that we're able to do with the game. So again, we're very excited for this first trio of boxes to be out. And you're going to see that we're hoping to have at least 3 of these kind of come out within a calendar year to provide new experiences, new opportunities, and ways for us to refresh the line, to bring new excitement and opportunities for you to play with your friends and family. And of course, to continue to expand the Marvel Crisis Protocol universe as it is. So Marvel Crisis Protocol Alliance is a very exciting thing. We're excited to share more with you as we move forward. We have a lot of extra content planned, including online print and play scenarios and new missions that will expand even the game content we did originally. One of the things I really want to point out is that not only will Marvel Crisis Protocol Alliance be pre-selling early at Gen Con, to be followed by the late August, early September release. Also, what was I going to say? Andy, quick. Stuff. Yes. Okay, Star Wars Shatterpoint. That is what I was going to say next. You're right. So, Star Wars Shatterpoint. I know there's a lot of questions out there. Folks have obviously seen the announcements. We talked a little bit about this, or hinted at it last Adepticon, but one of the big things is looking at sustainability, looking at how we manage our different game lines going forward, how we service communities, how we manage our retailers and our distribution partners within ASME as a publishing group. We came out hot and heavy with Shatterpoint. We came out with a lot of stuff. We really wanted to ensure that there was a robust and large amount of different options and eras represented in the game. And starting last year, we started talking about how we were taking our foot off the gas, how we were kind of going to transition a little bit to a more long-term sustainable program. And part of what that means for Shatterpoint is a slowdown of the overall release cadence. It does not mean that the game is going away. And we're hoping to prove that to you over the course of the next year or so as we move forward. But for this Adepticon, we of course have some additional content to share on the sequel trilogy characters, so let's go ahead and do that. You probably saw these guys in the case. But we're very excited just to go from the skull renders to the fully painted squads, and to really dive into the sequel trilogy of episodes 7, 8, and 9. These characters are very fun. It's really interesting to see. Finn actually stands as the primary, with Rey being the secondary character, and Chewie and Han being the supporting characters in the squad. squad. The team did a great job working on them, and they pair perfectly well, of course, with the other fact. That's also the case, which is we are the Spark, featuring a dashing programmer, Zori Bliss, and some resistance troopers to go along as the supporting unit. These guys play very differently. They bring in some unique synergies and strategies to the game, and they have a bit of the cross between resistance, that resistance flair of rebels, and a little bit of the scoundrel style to them. We did say, when we did the mini-stravaganza announcement, if you were with us for that they were going to, of course, be paired against the First Order. I'm really excited to show you what that First Order is going to look like. Something to note, you'll be excited about this. Kylo does have a couple of different head options. You can flip up, flip down, no mask. So whatever your flavor of Kylo Ren is besides shirtless Pagani, you're more than welcome to have within this pack. Maybe some. Doing FM 199, classically the traitor. First Order trooper as the supporting character made perfect sense to us, and then they're backed up by some riot troopers. And they, of course, are going to pair with some artwork that we showed previously, but we do have the sculpts now, which is the Online Command Squad pack, which features Captain Phasma, First Order Stormtrooper Commander, and then the First Order Stormtrooper as well. These guys, again, it was fun. It was a fun experience to watch the development team and the design team really take this, create Empire, but then merge it with some other elements to truly make the First Order feel unique within the game, and to add some really interesting elements for players to be able to play with their squads, whether you're playing in era or doing some mixed strike teams as well. Let's go ahead and talk about what's next. So if you saw the announcement, we did say that in the next couple months, we were going to have a big character rebalance for Star Wars Shatterpoint. We are committed to doing one of these minimum per year. Now, of course, if we have issues that we want to adjust to keep the game healthy and balanced and feeling fun and flavorful, we do reserve the right to have more than one. But we are absolutely going to be sure to do at least one pass per year to ensure that everything plays smooth, that we're providing the best gameplay experience, and part of the overall strategy in terms of reducing the amount of new releases allows us to really focus in and dial in the game in a great way. Battle droids are going to be one. This is one that the community I know has been waiting for a while to see a bit more news from these famous rocket rockers. We've also got another one to show you, which is Sabine, or Bodyguards, who's getting adjusted as well. From the We Are Fearless squad class. And so we've seen a lot of really good work. We went in and kind of reevaluated what we wanted these characters originally to do, how we needed to adjust that and everything else. And then I think the last one we have to show is General Veers. He's going to become a little less impressive overall in the current environment with some adjustments. This is just a small taste. We have plenty more that are going to come. And here's a little preview of some of those things to expect. And you should expect this rebalance in May, is our hope to deliver it to you. It is in the final stages of licensing approval and all that stuff, so you should be getting it there soon, and we'll be able to explore whole new strategies and tactics and all that stuff with your Star Wars Shatterpoint. I do, one more. Before we go on, some Marvel Crisis Protocol, I do want to talk about one more thing, which if you all are here and having a great time this year, I hope that you will all join us again next year for Adepticon. But if you are going to, and you are a Shatterpoint player, or you are a Legion player, I want you to sharpen those brushes. Because I'm here to tell you that in Adepticon 2027, we will be holding the very first Master of the Brush, which is our Star Wars painting competition. Information on the categories and all the good stuff, seeing the rewards, the different trophies and stuff you can earn. Those are all going to be presented over the course of the year, but we wanted to give you a heads up. We're very excited that we just got all the T's, all the I's dotted, all the J's dotted even. And we are now officially a go for this, so we are looking forward to seeing all of your amazing creations and all of your beautiful hobby next year at 2027. So be sure to stop by. If you want a quick primer on how things work, we've got Dallas at the Worthy Desk. We can kind of give you an overall format. But it is going to follow the same kind of pattern and judging system as the Worthy. So it is a skill-growing competition that is worthwhile no matter where you are in your painting journey. So regardless of whether you're just getting started or you want to improve your skills, come in, see how you can compete against yourself, and see that growth over the year through the gold, silver, and bronze categories. Maybe you can make yourself to a master category, and then ultimately become the grandmaster of the Master of the Brush. So very excited for that. I can't wait to see what you all do. And we're just thrilled to finally be able to announce that after several years of work. Now, finally. Alright, Marvel Crisis Protocol, the introduce game. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got available. So for those who are watching now, All-Star and are on the way. These are them in their glorious colors. For those who are playing in the Worlds competition today, in the first heat, you already see I've got a special look at Julie, our newest two threat, and of course the classic two threat for the X-Men. It was a blast to work on. The synergy she has with Wolverine. I hear her voice every time I play with this character. The way in which we balance the two threats has become very interesting in how they interact with objectives and giving them certain drawbacks. She's an amazing backliner who can just blink away and become really annoying, and then of course has some additional midline tricks once the battle kind of shifts from there. But we're really interested to see how players adopt her, how new X-Men squads that really harken back to X-Men 92 and 97 start to look on the table. Let's talk about the Sentinels though, because before we get to mutants, we need some mutant hunters for them to have to face. Bastion, Nimrod, and Mega Sentinel, I believe we have a look at Bastion first, who is a rank leader for the Sentinel faction. This guy's an absolute monster and just a terror on the tabletop. He really plays with the idea that the Sentinels are primarily designed to shut down mutant powers, and through Crisis Protocol we kind of represent the power systems in general. Just an incredible sculpt as well, one that was knocked out of the park. I'm so excited to get my hands on this guy and paint him. The menace and the authority of Bastion here. Truly a credit to the entire creative team and development team as well. But what is Bastion without Nimrod? Nothing. And so Nimrod, I know Dallas Kemp has painted like 4 of these already because he keeps stealing all the prototypes to put on paintings here. With Nimrod brings some serious muscle and some scary skills to the game as well. So you're going to be able to really start to customize and grow that Sentinels affiliation that has kind of sat at a very small and fixed system so far. And along with that, we of course have the Operation Zero Tolerance character Crisis Pack. So brand new Crisis cards that you can have very soon. These will get rolled into the new Challenger document. So if you are primarily a Challenger player, you're going to be able to see a brand new kind of rotation of new Challenger or Crisis cards. If you're just a player who plays for fun or casually, of course, all of the Crisis cards are available to you for your standard games. And you're going to be getting 5 of each, which tell the story of Operation Zero Tolerance. And just like with the previous Crisis card packs, there's a narrative campaign suggestion, so you can pair them up, play through the story of Operation Zero Tolerance. But I think one of the really exciting things is the fact that these do come with the new Prime Sentinels. And so it's a brand new Sentinel character as well. You can take 2 of them, and pleasantly here you have 2 different styles, so they're easy to tell apart on the table. But these little 3-thread Sentinels add additional bodies and certainly don't lack on the punch. Again, the overall Sentinels idea for affiliation is that they really are designed to bring down the power level of the opposing characters and to suppress what they can do quite well. And we saw a lot of really cool team compositions and squad compositions with Sentinels in playtest, with the addition of these 3 threats, with the addition of Bastion and Nimrod, and the tactic cards that will be showing off sooner or later through our social medias and that kind of stuff. So a very exciting time if you don't like mutants, but the mutants are going to swing back pretty hard. Let's talk about some things that are coming forward. So outside of the X-Men, we do have the Leader Red Hulk and Sensational She-Hulk will be coming out later this year. I know the hot topic has been who has leadership? Are there new affiliations? Well, this next slide may answer those questions. Red Hulk will be the brand new affiliation of super genius villains, the Intelligentsia. Both of these affiliations have some very fun tricks up their sleeves. They add some new options and opportunities for various characters. Of course, they are based on the 616 overall comic universe, but as Marvel Crisis Protocol is kind of its own universe, we do make choices and get to do some fun inclusions and changes to make sure that Marvel Crisis Protocol and the game experience is really good. So if you go take a look at the wiki pages for the different teams, you'll probably get pretty close. You'll be able to identify some, but I think we've got some surprises in there for you as well. Overall, two very different affiliations, very different flavors, but very, very fun. I'm very excited to see how they shake up metas as well and different squad roster compositions. And oh, I'm sorry. I do need to tell you that there's an alternate head for Thunderbolt Ross, which includes his fabulous mustache. Yes! Onslaught, of course, another iconic X-Men villain. Pretty seminal for some folks, depending on when you joined in reading X-Men comics. He's going to be bringing his own affiliation as well called Onslaught Scripts. We gave you some teases of a couple of his team tactic cards to give you some ideas and something to speculate on. This character is an absolute monster as befits his stature and station. And I can't say much more because otherwise I'm on attacking you on the stage. So we've got to save some juice for all of his posts and stuff later. But hopefully you've all got a chance to see the miniature in person in the case. It's an incredible thing. Can't wait to get my hands on it as well. I'm so excited to be able to finally bring this guy to the game. Who, I gotta be honest, originally in 2019, when Pagani was like, "Who's this guy? He looks amazing." Both Dallas and I were like, "We're never gonna be able to make him. There's no way." And now here we are. So it just shows that always believe in yourself, always believe in the journey, and you can accomplish things you don't think are possible as you grow your skills in whatever you're doing. Next up, Black Card. So coming later in the year, we've got our spooky villains. We've got Blackheart, the Orb, and Jack. And I believe all of these were in the case, so if you haven't seen them, you can go see them in real life. But these folks will fill up a number of different affiliations. And it was just fun to work on something that was creeptacular, to go back to some of the Marvel weird designs like the Orb. Who knew that there was a guy who rides a motorbike that just has a giant eyeball for a head and shoots lasers? But I'll tell you this, naming his abilities so that everything is an icon was a blast! I'm just saying, Speed Chase, come on, people, that's beautiful, it's beautiful. New Avengers affiliation, we previewed them, but we of course have the paints ready to go. This is going to be a brand new affiliation coming in the game, featuring those characters, Hulkling, just an incredible miniature as well. I believe some of these made it to the case, maybe it was just Hulkling. And brand new starter sets. So these were announced at Gamma if you managed to catch any information from the retailer show. One of the things that we've been working on, as you know from last year, is creating new entry points in the game. Again, growing the hobby community, providing points for new players to come in. These sets will maintain the same competitive pricing in terms of being low barriers to entry in terms of that. They come with everything a new player needs to play, a full roster of 10. We have the Asgardians, and then following them, we also have the Guardians of the Galaxy. So two teams that we expect will be very, very popular and fall hot on the heels of the great successes that we saw with the X-Men and the Spider-Verse packs. We're looking forward to doing more of these. I know a few people have asked, are they evergreen? And the reality is that as long as there's demand for certain ones, we'll keep them in print. When there's no longer demand, we'll kind of move them out and bring in new ones. But the goal is to bring in a couple of new starters every so often to ensure that we have a robust offering in addition to the core set itself, so that players have a lot of different choice when it comes to how they want to jump into this amazing game. And we're not done quite yet with the repacks, but we are getting in there. So we have, just to let everybody know, if you haven't seen a character in a while that you were waiting for, they're on the way. These are a couple others that are going to be coming out very soon. And then once we get to that point, it's going to be a wonderful time, and ideally everything will just continue to be in regular availability in the multi-level format that we started. Last big one, we have a very large character rebalancing update coming June 2026. This will really be the bulk of the work on the stamina rebalances, which we've been talking about. So just about every character in general will have some kind of adjustment. I think like 85% of them have some amounts of stamina adjustments. And then of course there are also some pretty big changes coming. Some nerfs, some buffs. Folks who have been a little afraid of Apocalypse, you'll be happy to know he's getting a little tap down. Shang-Chi, another one, who's still going to maintain his master of the martial arts status, but he's just going to have to be a little closer to do it. So we have been very much watching and digesting the community feedback. We value everything that we hear from all the different channels. We're always in the Discords, we're always looking at Facebook, we're always looking at conversations that we can have with you all here, tournament results and everything else to ensure that we're continually working towards making these games the best that they possibly can be. So, you know, sometimes the process takes a little bit of time, but this one's going to be a very chunky one, and I think it's really going to kind of reset the stage for the next 5-10 years of Marvel Crisis Protocol. We're pretty excited about that. So here's our roadmap for the upcoming releases. We do have just a little bit of a view into 2027. One thing I do want to note that you're going to notice across all of these is that we're trying to keep a bit more surprises in our pocket so that you all can see things, be very excited about them, know that they're coming in closer, and so that we can have a bit more fun in terms of just knowing that those things are coming. We've got a lot of really fantastic things coming for 2027. And we just can't wait to be able to show them to you, ideally at the next roadmap, and we'll all be together here in some fantastic video format. But between Marvel Crisis Protocol Princes, Marvel Crisis Protocol, the tabletop battle game, there's so much good Marvel stuff coming. We're really excited to continue to grow and build the Crisis Protocol brand and communities through all these different ways. Okay, with that, Star Wars. So we wanted to kick things off by showing us the rules for the upcoming Jedi Council Pack, which we talked about in the announcement mini extravaganza. So we have, of course, Mace Windu. For those of you who played with the events today, I believe you got your Mace Windu card. We also wanted to show off this party's over because you can't do Mace Windu without it's such a, that was a tease. So Mace Windu, of course, brings the Pod Mastery, which is a brand new mastery, which is going to be filled out in the Legion 4 rulebook, along with that stuff. You can go ahead and now safely to go to the next one, Shop T. Very fun character to work on in terms of creating someone who kind of balances the idea that she works very closely with mercenaries to train the clone army. So she adds some Black Republic synergies and stuff with those mercenaries, as reflected in her command card as well as some of her abilities. And then we have Anamundi. So you kind of take a look at his abilities as well. It was a very interesting challenge to kind of look at and adjust these four very similar Jedi, but also give them their own unique flavors and characters. And last but not least, we have Plo Koon. Who does come with a kind of unique upgrade that's only for him, which is pretty cool to kind of reflect how much he cares about and views his clones and the troops around him and these types of things. And last but not least, with this pack, you're going to get cards so that you can attach each one of them to a unit as a unit attachment. Again, going back to our statements about how we really wanted to ensure that players are able to represent a lot of characters and iconic characters on the tabletop in various different ways. And there are 2 Jedi Council command cards, similar to how the Imperial High Command command cards have worked as well. Okay, let's go to the next one. Admiral Trench. No unit cards, but we did want to give you a little bit of a tease so you can start thinking about what this man would do. Spider-Man, Man Spider. Let's go with Man Spider. What this Man Spider will do. Similar to Todd, he has a very interesting, unique upgrade that allows him to kind of manipulate the battlefield. Of course, it comes with this one command card here that we're going to show today. That does some pretty wild and wacky stuff. He's very fun, very interesting. It was a unique challenge. You got to bring a character similar to Tarkin or Todd, who doesn't normally engage in combat into the game of Legion, but we really were excited by the chance to be able to do this character and see him on the tabletops leading the droid army. Savage Express. There's also in that box. He will come with 2 unit cards, as you see here. One for using the Shadow Collective with his brother Maul, and one while he is working with the Separatist Alliance. There are some stark differences between the two, and of course, he's going to also have his own unique command card to kind of represent his brutal nature that he'll be able to use along with everything. A very cool character, and another one that we've kind of shown off very early and been excited about to get to. And of course, the rest of the characters in there, we have the Grievous, if you missed him out at the start, or didn't want to be the starter, of course, a new version of Count Dooku to go along with the Savage Ventress. Let's go ahead and hop to the next. Han Solo, Chewbacca will show off the sculpts for these guys at Extravaganza. These are Han and Chewie as they kind of were during the Episode 4 era, or the New Hope era. So they are still very much not a part of the Rebel Alliance, so they will work with it for money. And they are a character unit, so they have always come together. They do some unique things. We'll have more information on these guys, including like what their command cards do, which are pretty crazy, coming as we get close to their release. But this will give you some stuff to chew on and think about as we go through. General Grievous on a wheel bike has kind of been terrorizing core Republic players, so hopefully you'll kind of have some answers here with your own mounted Jedi, including Anakin Skywalker, who brings a new operative version of himself with some high mobility and some new tricks. And also in this pack of additions coming on Obi-Wan, we have the generic Jedi Knight for those people who want to bring in even more Jedi fun and mobility, and maybe use some of this in their tours of duty or other things that they may be playing. So this box really brings a lot of cool options, a lot of mobility, and it was a blast in playtest to watch wheel bikes versus bark speeder matches really happen. And so I'm excited for you all to get to experience that on the table as well. Now we have the Guerrilla Troopers. So a bit further out, though, we wanted to do a little taste of what this unit will bring. Another one that was so fun for us to be able to work on as we were able to work with LFL to kind of create a new and unique kind of unit within the overall system. And so we're looking forward to sharing more about that process and the visual design, as well as more about what this unit offers to Rebel Alliance armies moving forward. And of course, alongside we have the arrival of the Imperials from Solo, Star Wars story, with the Imperial Troopers, the Wet Weather Stormtroopers. And if you are all in on wet troopers, we have a special edition army box, the 224th Army Division Army box, which will bring all of these together in a 600-point recon army, similar to what you saw with the Echo, Fates Defenders, and Blizzard Force boxes. This will include a special edition Imperial Officer miniature in the garb of the 224th Armored Division Mud Troopers that you'll be able to use as a proxy for, or an alternate assault for either an Imperial Officer attachment, or you can use it as a customizable Imperial Officer as well, as you choose. So we're excited to be able to bring all of this stuff to it. And with that, I have one more gift for your journey.
Standalone.
Not only are they coming, they're coming in June.
Sold out everywhere.
We've been
insane.
What? Oh, sweet! I I could use that. Yeah, so this is a big project we've been working on, kind of hinting at, talking about, and staying as quiet as possible on, but the Mandalorians are coming. They're coming not only to reinforce the various factions with new Mandalorian options, but they are coming as a fully playable standalone army. What's that? Oh, good job. Great work. Yeah, so in June you're going to be able to pick up a Mandalorian army box, which is going to include a full recon 600-point army featuring the Mandalorian covert. And I say Mandalorian covert, this is important. There are going to be army options and specific builds and traits and abilities for Death Watch, Clan Crews, Covert, Clan Rand, and Clan Saxon. But that's not all. We know that one of the coolest things about Mandalorians is that they are kind of virgin territory in the Star Wars galaxy, and there's so much to explore, so many opportunities for a hobbyist, for a player, for somebody who loves this property. So we took it the extra step. We said not only do we want to bring so many Mandalorians that have been established within the canon and continuity to you, we want to make sure players have the opportunity to create their very own Mandalorian clans. And so this new force is going to allow you to do that through a combination of clan traits and abilities. You'll be able to customize and create your very own Mandalorian clan that is unique and plays differently on the table to everyone else. So this is a really incredible opportunity. It's been a lot of hard work. It's been an amazing work from our developers, from our sculptors, from our artists to bring all this together and to be able to offer it to you in just like 3 short months. So go ahead, and the art box is going to be the place where you start. Where do you go next? You're going to also be able to grab a unique variant sculpt, a special edition sculpt of the Mandalorian and Grogu, as well as have the armor in this Covert Army lead. And you can see here that there's going to be a brand new card that's going to be available by print plate or in the box for tin that allows them to attach to Mandalorian Covert units as well as they are themselves. And of course, this force comes with all new command cards and everything else that goes along with it in and of itself. The Mandalorian Warriors is going to be the bread and butter pack for this army. Through all of our genius engineering and our sculpting and everything else, the hard work that people put in, this box actually creates 3 distinct different units. It creates the Initiates, which are the brand new kind of young bloods of the Mandalorians. These fine folks, Mando folks, are able to come in mass, and they are fairly cheap overall, but they are not quite as durable as the Mandalorian Warriors, which have a unique unit type where you're going to be able to take support squads with every mace squad that you take. They're able to take multiple heavy weapons and things like that between this kind of split. And these are going to be your hard-hitting core troops that are going to allow you to really bulk out and build your forces. And of course, if you decide to go Clan Crees, this box is also going to allow you to build the Clan Crees Mandalorians as well. As you'll see, these Clan Crees warriors can fight alongside both Rebel and Galactic Republic troops in addition. So this pack alone will be kind of the core foundation for the army between all these different options. It offers a wealth of hobby opportunity and everything else. And of course, what's a wealth of hobby opportunity? Very exciting. I know the big trip is going around just on this side of discounts. The Mandalorian Hunter is technically a Mandalorian bounty hunter, and it will work for any faction. So this box will also allow you to create your very own Mandalorian bounty hunter. You can find amongst yourselves whether you get that stamp or not, because it's not quite one and it's not quite good. But again, we had so much fun doing the customizable characters for the other factions. We knew right away that doing this brand new Mandalorian army with everything we want to do, all the customization we wanted to provide to all of you out there, it just wouldn't be right without your ability to create your very own Mandalorian characters. But if you're going to go, with one of the established clans, we needed to kind of fill things out with some very iconic characters as well. And so Kaz Vizsla, Bo-Katan Kryze, Axe Wolves, and the armor are going to be available in the Mandalorian Leaders box. And here's kind of a quick look to whet your appetite as we roll into June and July on what these characters will be offering and bringing. So Axe Wolves and Bo-Katan Kryze are kind of the headliners for, of course, Clan Kryze folks, but they also bring new options to Rebels and Galactic Republic. Whereas if you're truly of the Mandalorian-only persuasion, the Armor and Paz Vizsla are going to be right there for you to support your true Mandalorian army folks with a lot of their different tactics and a lot of their different command cards and abilities and everything. It was a blast to be able to bring these characters into Star Wars Legion and really try to define how these different clans would play, how their characters would interact with them. You're also going to see in the print-play documents that are going to be available online for free, which are going to explain how you build your Mandalorian army, how you customize your own clan, how you do all this stuff. Upgraded cards for certain Mandalorians that have been in the game forever, such as Clan Ren. And you'll see here that we have the Clan Ren veterans. So it was a chance to update, go back and look at some of the original Mandalorian designs and bring them more into the modern age, also with an eye to understanding that these Mandalorians were going to be able to be brought in to this new army and this new exciting kind of world of Mandalorians being all over the place. Developer update live stream for those who are looking forward to seeing what updates and rebalances, points adjustments, rules adjustments, all those good things. It's going to be happening April 21st. We'll be doing a live stream from the AMG offices. We'll be along with myself, Pagani, and some of the new developers on it. We're going to have a lot of good information to show, and hopefully we will be able to address some of the key issues that are happening right now that we're seeing in the meta, give you kind of a roadmap of where we're going next for the November update, and continue to drive forward in making Legion the best and most balanced and fun experience it possibly can be, as we continue to gather all of your great feedback and go through things. And of course, we got to talk about the giant starfighter in the video. So there is a brand new unit type that is coming to Star Wars Legion. It's called the Flying Vehicle. And it is going to represent and allow us to bring in starfighters, the iconic starfighters from across the Star Wars galaxy onto your tabletops. This is just a tease. We're going to be talking more about these as they're going to be arriving later in 2027, but we did want to give all of you a very first glimpse at those things. We'll be talking more about how they function, what they mean, what that weird flight stand that you're going to see in the videos you watch it 20 times through actually does, and how those innovations happened. We're going to be getting into all of that later in the year as we get closer to the launch of this brand new space for Legion. And there, I've got to get in a dad joke. I mean, I'm 23 years old. And with that, here's the roadmap for everything we've kind of shown off here today. I hope you all are as excited as we are to have brought you this cool content. Thank you so much for joining us. Can't wait to be able to hang out and chat more about all this stuff as we go through the course of the weekend. Be sure to stop by, chat, bring up everything. We'll be wandering the tables and all of that stuff, doing all the interviews. Thank you again so much. We're so truly humbled and just so joyful to be here with you and to be able to share all this stuff. We can't wait for another great year. Woo!
All right. I think that was it. Holy shit, that new unit type. I did not expect that at all. Did not expect that at all. It could go two ways though. As someone is saying in the other live stream chat. But come on, man, we're going to get X-Wings. We're going to get X-Wings. This was very, very, very cool. To be completely honest, I expected maybe a little bit more new stuff. Like more battle forces, perhaps. But wow, a new unit type. A new unit type. That is the big one, I think. Let's see. Wait, can I pause this? Probably. X-Wing. Oh my god. It's going to be so cool. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Please let me know. Damn. It's hard to just comment on this fresh from the press, I guess. Um, but the air support thing, how is that going to work? I'm very curious how that's going to work. Also, like even the size for an X-wing, I can get mine. Yeah, we got Mandos. Yeah, let's start with the Mandalorian box because holy shit, that was cool. And is it a new faction? It is a new faction, right? What could also be the case that the air support is maybe only going in the big battles that they're talking about. What was the name again? How did they call the big battle new Legion mode? They forgot the Moonstone Legion crossover. Yeah, yeah. It's strange to think. Oh, sorry. Strange to think about having a huge fighter model on the table, like in Bold Action, Aero Naval Sub. It's from off map. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's going to be interesting to see. That's why I think it might be in the bigger game mode, perhaps. Exactly. Yeah. Damn, it is really, really exciting though, isn't it? Jesus. There's so much coming, and I think they're saving a lot of stuff. I think there's a lot of ideas. I mean, the Gungans is going to be the meme um, that is going to come out at some point, but it's probably going to take a few years because there's so much other stuff that they're going to do, and then they're saving the Gungans, I think. The Mandalorian Gauntlet Starfighter show in the video was scaled way down bit, by the way. Those things are massive. Yeah, 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 yeah. I have one for the X-Wing game, actually. Yeah, but when we look at this is not true to scale either. I'm not sure how big of a scale this was, by the way, but if we have Obi-Wan right here, yeah, it's I think this might be the skill for it. Let's maybe switch to the overhead right here and get this out of the way. But this is what was the skill again? This is a Revel kit, which I still have to finish, as you can see. And Obi-Wan right here. This might be the skill, and it would be okay if they would scale it down. I think, right? Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. 2 troopers and 1 X-wing, exactly. And if they're scaling down, that makes AT-ATs possible. Yes, yes. With the little side note, I think, Peter, though, that these are going to be in the air. So it doesn't really matter if it's scaled down, I guess, because you're not, you're not messing with whatever is happening on the ground. So scaling down could be okay. But interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. I absolutely love the Mandalorian battle force, or not even battle force, the Mandalorian army. It it is a legit like new faction, right? Isn't it? Yeah, exactly, Celestial. I think anything on the ground is going to is not going to be scaled down. Does this mean that the airspeeder is also going to be a well, probably, right? Is the airspeeder going to be a what is it called? Air air support unit? Probably. Yeah, so interesting stuff. What did everybody think? I the thing that I'm kind of that I'm a little bit afraid of is that the Mandalorian box is going to sell out like crazy. And I hope they know this. I hope they know this. Yeah, it's a new faction. It's a sixth faction. Yeah. Seventh, sixth. No, I don't know. A sixth. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like a U-wing makes more sense for support on Legion skill. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Surprised and a little underwhelmed. Yeah, if we look at like the if we look at what we thought was going to happen, I think they're going to use this developer update for all the game modes. But I really, really expected more, like about the new skirmish modes or about how they're going to revamp Spec Ops, which is the skirmish mode. I am not getting the Mandos. I think I will prefer to fight them instead of fighting both as and against them. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's it's definitely a possibility that there's going to be lots of Mandalorian armies, which is cool. But I hope everybody's going to go for a custom one, so at least the clans are fighting together, right? You kind of have like a clan warfare tournaments even maybe. So yeah, I'm getting the Mando box, 100%, 100%. This is going to mess a little bit with my video schedule, I think, because if it's coming out in June, holy shit. Oh gosh, but it's cool. I love it. I love it. I did not expect it to be its own faction, and that I think is one of the big surprises. Like the Mando box in and of itself, I think everybody suspected it. But for it being its own faction and the air support, very very cool. As I said before, I'm really only looking at Rebels and Shadow Collective, and I'm a bit bothered how everyone is something shiny, and I got a Savage. Yeah, yeah. Um, for me, like personally, Klaus, like the Mandos have been on my wish list for a very very long time. You can see one of my older videos. I think it's probably 2 years old. I tried to get as many Mandos in a list as possible. It was a skirmish list though. It was with Old Legion, but the video is still up. You can check it out if you want to. And that's really where the idea of lots of Mandos started. And yeah, I, I'm definitely going for that. Definitely. Thanks for being here, Peter. Thank you so much. I am pretty tired myself. What time is it even? 2:30 here in the Netherlands. I should get some sleep. Might record a little short video first on these reveals. Yeah. The amount of Mando options now will really help too. There was a severe lack of options before. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, and you know, the only thing that kind of bothers me, just personally, is that I have a brand new army, right? I have a Republic army, which I really like the look of. But I feel that I can complete it quite quickly. Like complete it. I have a certain goal. I have a certain goal for a list for my Republic, which is lots and lots of clones, 2 saber tanks, Um, my clones are sweating in their box at the moment. Oh, so I'm definitely going to continue on my Republic army, but yeah, I think the Mandos, I think the Mandos are going on pre-order for me. Yeah, yeah, and I think that me and my buddy Rick will have Mando clan battles all the way. Oh my god, I cannot even. He's asleep right now. I'm ready to. I'm ready to call him, but he's gonna have a game tomorrow, so we're not going to do that. Make a list with all clones, then swap all clones with Mandos. Yeah. I saw most of your Legion videos. Ah, that's very, very cool. Yeah, that's the thing, man. I love Mandalorians, and I'd love to make up my own little clan. I already have an own little clan, Clan Win. It's already there. I'm going to make it. They're going to be red. I think I did really like the look of those Mandos, though. Oh man, I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to go back a little bit. Wait. Let's just one more time. Just one more time go over these. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, blah blah blah. Shatterpoint, blah blah blah. Marvel Crisis Protocol, which was very cool as well. I think we can all agree that was very 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 cool. Yeah, this at the beginning was all stuff we already kind of saw. We did not see all the cards though, so this is cool, and I am going to get the Jedi Council. That is one thing that is for sure. Jedi Council is a buy for me. Then I thought that these were a buy for me, but I'm not entirely sure because I don't know how much I'm going to experiment with clones. I like my clone army to be just lots of infantry, 2 saber tanks, and that's about it. 2 Jedi, maybe. Yeah, something like that, and then that is done, right? I don't necessarily have to own everything for my Republic army. I don't necessarily have to own everything for my Rebel army. That's not how I'm approaching Legion. I want to have lots of different little things, and if it is only a skirmish list, for example, for the Mandalorians, that's fine with me. Although, when air support comes in, and we can get that gauntlet fighter, yeah, you know, you're gonna get to 1,000 points very, very quickly. Okay, so we had all these, which we all kind of knew. We didn't know this one, I think. The 224th Armored Division Army box. Oh my... Oh gosh. The audio doesn't really make any sense though. Like this was cool. I was like, okay, cool. But then we get these. Oh, these. Oh, this just looks so sick. Yeah. I'm excited about this one. And like I said, I don't need like the armorer. I don't need all the characters for the Mandos. I want my own little Mando force with my own characters. Very, very cool. No mention of the Ghost Crew. No. No. But they will save that. They will save that. Oh. Oh gosh. I have this X-Wing model. I have two of them, I think. Yeah. Wait, let's take a look. Look at this massive, massive base, though. I'm It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting placing that thing. How is it going to work? How is the air support going to work? Let me screenshot that stuff. Okay. Okay, so this was interesting as well. Oh gosh. My head is spinning. This is what I want. This box, this is what I want. This is what I want. I think this is just a teaser model. It seems quite low. Yeah. It felt like yeah, it's not going to be it. If it is it, we're going to use a lot of Agrex Earthshade and Tamiya weathering pigments and that kind of stuff. Please don't tell me they're gonna fly around slowly like warmer spaceships. No, that is a problem. That is a problem. And that is the first thing that I thought about when me and my buddy Rick were talking about, you know, putting these things in the TIE fighters in. How are we even going to do that? Because I think it is. Isn't it called like air support now? Oh man, look at this. Yeah, this is so cool. This is so cool. I want this this box. I don't need all the characters. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're going to build a custom clan. Cool. Oh gosh. I really like these colors. I always had the idea of doing oh shit, what are they called again? Children of the Watch. Different kinds of paint schemes, kind of ragtag. I like ragtag. It's cool. Looks very, very cool. This is cool that it comes with that, but yeah, I mean, whatever. What? I missed this. Initiates. That's funny. I wanted to proxy like Mandalorian. I wanted to proxy Mandalorian models for Rebel troopers or something. I think that was the idea in the Mandalorian video that I did. And then I would call them Mandalorian Initiates, but they're called Initiates, I think. So, of course, I would call them that. But cool. Stat-wise, they have long shot, pretty cool. Yeah, looks pretty cool. Looks pretty good. I guess they're going to reveal, or this, no, this may be it. I don't know, man. Sorry, guys. I'm a bit tired as well, so my talking is blah, 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 all over the place at the moment. Mandalorian Warriors. Okay, yeah. So these, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to I'm going to have to look this up. Oh, customizable Mandalorian leader and hunter, dude. Oh, hell yes. Ah, you can. Oh man, of course. This is going to be helpful for pretty much everybody. Yeah, exactly. Electro Nugget. This is going to be helpful for everyone. This is going to sell out very, very fast. Everybody, everybody wants to have a custom Mando in their army, right? I don't get why the trench is in there. He's never been on the battlefield. Yeah. Ghost Crew would have been amazing. Now I'm getting more mad that the rebels are not getting stuff. The longer I think about it. Yeah, yeah. Paula. Hello, Paula. Hello, I have some questions for you. Do you think Keanu Reeves would play a great Darth Revan? Maybe. Maybe. Interesting stuff. Sorry, I'm a bit. My brain is a bit fried right now, Paula. I really appreciate your questions, but I've heard that Abeloth might be coming to Ahsoka season 2, and Natalie Portman might be returning as Padme. All right. I have no idea. I have no idea. I did watch the trailer for Maul, and I really really liked it. Looked very very cool. The Rebels got Tauntauns. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And the entire, well, it's not a really new battle force, but yeah. Yeah, Rebels got some stuff, sure. But I think he means some real new stuff. Although it is new. It is new. It is new. Okay, so yeah, this is obviously amazing. Amazing. The Hunter, oh my, it's going to be so cool. Look at all different helmets as well. That's real cool. Well, this opens up a lot of possibilities for me for my character as well, for the Star Wars RPG that is I think still in the making. My buddy Rick, he's setting up a Star Wars RPG. We had session 0 for that. And I'm playing a Mandalorian in the Star Wars RPG. Of course. This is going to be amazing. I can just pick one of the models. Yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm not giving you any promises for anyone still watching. We still have we had the best stream ever on YouTube today. There was at a certain point 120 people, I believe, which must be a new record. So thank you for that. But I was talking about promises. I'm going to drop one right now with all of this happening. I don't think I'm going to play 40k this year. I don't think I'm going to even try it. There's a lot to be excited about for Star Wars Legion. I need focus in my life, in my wargaming life. I have a few focuses. Moonstone being one of them. Legion being the first, actually. Um, And I don't think I'm going to be playing 40k this year. Yeah. Mando beats anything in 40k. 40k is just going to be headaches all over again. I fell for this trick before. This is the way. Exactly, Celestian. This is the motherfucking way. Yeah, I'm not going. No, it's not gonna happen. We're going to get the same headaches as we always get with 40k. I have an 8th addiction. I wanted to say, wow, an 8th edition rulebook. I have a 9th edition rulebook. I have a 10th edition rulebook. I played like across all of those. I think I played 5 games of 40k, and I stopped because it gave me headaches and it was too long, and my armies got nerfed to a point where they were not playable anymore, like my AdMac. No. I'm saying no. This yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Still sad there's no Gungans. Yeah. True. Hoping for more CIS related stuff other than that we already knew was coming out. Yeah, they had a lot of stuff that was already there. The thing is that for me personally, and I can't really judge for everybody, but I am so damn excited about the Mandalorians that I'll be fine. You know, I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this. But yeah, I expected a little bit more. Expected a little bit more. But that's fine, guys. And I'm rambling at this point. I should go to bed. Yeah, Sis got all the wheel bikes. Yeah, for sure. More Star Wars is good. I think so too. And I think it is good for the channel as well, guys, to be completely fair. It's okay to dabble around different systems, and I really don't want to be a Star Wars Legion channel only, because I enjoy other games as well. But it's good to have at least a little bit of a focus and choose one army game. You know, just one army game. Bolt action, it's a little bit of a different story because the rule set is not that difficult. Me and my buddy Rick, we can pick up bolt action and play a game. Doesn't mean that I need to do lots of content about it. So yeah, army game, Legion. As if there was any question, even before this stream. Though, yeah, I already kind of knew that. So yeah. They really skimmed over MCP and Shadowpoint, by the way. Yeah, Legion was the big one. Legion was definitely the big one. It's gonna be chaos. Wheel bikes versus Mandos. Yeah. I'm gonna go to bed as well, guys. We got one more reply from Klaus, but Tauntauns are only for Hoth. All of my rebels are not echo-based themed. I disliked it a lot. I wanted to create my one version rebel cell. Yeah, but the thing with rebels is you can do a lot by just hobbying, though, right? That's true. I can imagine that you're, yeah. I don't even have the sleeper cell unit yet, by the way, which is probably the coolest rebel. By the way, the rebels did get something. They got the guerrilla guys, right? Guerrilla fighters, whatever they're called, which are pretty cool, I think. yeah, have a good day, everybody. For tomorrow, I'm going to go on baby slap tomorrow. Baby. It's at 12 or something, so I'll be fine. Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Thanks everybody for watching. It was an amazing stream. Um, I was really surprised we got so many views on YouTube because normally nobody's there. Except for a few people who are, of course, very, very important. I'm not forgetting about you guys. But thanks a lot for being here. And yeah, don't forget to like the video on your way out. And I will see you guys later. I'll be back with the live stream probably next weekend. So let's check back in then. And new videos are coming. I already talked about it in my Discord. If you want to be a part of the Discord, the link will probably be in the description below. And I dropped in the Discord that the Star Wars Legion Getting Started series is probably going to be compressed into one bigger video instead of a few smaller ones. So a little bit of patience, as always, with me. It was a nice stream. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys later. I have to go to sleep. I'm falling asleep. Okay.